What's up, everyone, and welcome back to The Last of Us Part 2. We made it through Hillcrest unscathed. No deaths. We had some not so great moments, in particular with the Shambler and then my shooting skills once we got in the getaway car with Jesse. But we had some decent moments too, some decent shooting. But above all, we made it through without dying, so that's decent. We made it back to the theater here for the intermission in Ellie's Day 2, the halftime show, if you will. And we're going to fall back into the second flashback. The first one was the birthday. The second one will be here, where Ellie is about a year older after her birthday. We're going to see how her relationship with Joel has changed. No point in talking anymore about it. Let's just go. Let's hit that button. Let's do it.
This silent treatment. Man, I forget my own birthday if she didn't remind me when it was.
You should just apologize to her.
I just said... Okay, what's going on?
Nothing. Why?
I can tell when you're off.
Just got some stuff on my mind.
You let me know if you want to talk about
Okay.
Let's shoot a gun instead. Nope, wait, not yet. Jumping again. That is a hell of a view, though.
it. Got stragglers.
How many?
Just a handful. You want to give it a whirl?
Are you sure?
Well, I'm feeling generous. See that sign there? Red one? Try hitting that. Good way to draw them out of way. Got to aim higher. Leave the bullet room to drop.
I see. Shit.
That should compensate for the bullet drop. Two left.
Gotcha. I like this thing.
That's all of them. Usually more over this way if you want to keep shooting.
Okay. Where are they coming from?
Hordes like to move through this area in winter. They always end up leaving behind a few stragglers.
They do the same routes every year?
Like a migration or something.
What's that about?
Well, when the barometric pressure reaches a certain temperature shit, I don't fucking know. Check out the shed. Looks like they're moving downhill.
Why?
Look up behind. They're munching on that dick. Guess they're hungry. Looks clear. Bet there's some this way. There's something by the ski lifts? Look way out there. Under those gondolas. By that tower. You see it? No rush. You'll find it. You're a natural.
What you think?
Beautiful. Couple more out there. Try again. I like how fall smells. Well done. Well, I'm not seeing any more.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Let's head in. See if Joel's back.
Sure.
Yeah, even just being like a year after the birthday flashback, you can tell. Ellie's a little bit older. Not quite that same kid we saw back at the museum,
It's just what I needed.
which
Sure.
seemed more like the Ellie from part 1 than part 2. This Ellie seems more like part 2 Ellie than part 1.
But Joel's worried about you.
There's nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm sure there isn't. But if you don't talk to him, he's gonna think something's wrong.
I talked to him.
Well, you have to do more than hide.
And bye.
Okay, I will try.
Eddie's
Yeah, definitely a different Ellie. Again, 1 year later, not as optimistic, happy-go-lucky. Not yet, at least. I mean, we just started the flashback. She certainly is, pretty charismatic with Tommy. You can tell that there is something going on between her and Joel, though, right? And the last time that we saw her and Joel in the flashback was whenever Ellie stumbled across the Firefly symbol in that building outside of the museum. And everything up to that point was great, right? It was beautiful. It was just like their relationship in part 1 up until the point where Ellie saw the Firefly, and then that was just like, it just triggered something in her, right? Again, like I said, a shadow, a dark cloud over her. And all of a sudden, that happy-go-lucky, optimistic kid just went blank, just went silent. So 1 year later, I'm sure that things didn't just go completely south right after that point, but, a year later, those doubts, those thoughts, is what Joel told me whenever they were going back to Jackson at the end of part 1. Swear to me, right? Swear to me that everything you told me about the Fireflies is true. And Joel says, I swear. She's probably thinking about that every single day. Whenever she wakes up, whenever she goes to bed at night, I can imagine that that's what she's thinking about. Did he tell me the truth?
That was y'all shooting up there, right?
Oh, just some stragglers. Ellie got to try out my scope.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, feels good.
I see you haven't gotten around to changing the string yet.
I didn't know I was supposed to.
Yeah, we'll get you some new ones.
You can feel again, you can feel like the little bit of animosity there.
I bet they got guitar stuff. I mean, that area's long overdue for a sweep anyway. I can keep watch.
What do you say, kiddo?
Sure.
And that's our cue.
Are you sure you don't want to come?
Get on now. He's waiting.
Ellie just wanted anyone else to join the party there, so it's just not a one-on-one with Pops there.
Why do you guys always volunteer for this patrol?
It's got the most comfortable couch in all the lookouts. Set by the fire, put my feet up. Magic.
That is a nice setup. I can't deny them that. View. I mean, the roof over your head, the fireplace. That does look like a cozy couch. Yeah, I don't have a hard time believing that.
I'm just making sure I have everything.
But yeah, you can just... It's like you remember when you're a kid, though. Like when you're like a teenager and like you are annoyed at your parents or with your parents and they... Yeah, right, Tommy.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful.
And they try to tell you something just like kind of Joel did. And Joel wasn't even like mean about it. He was kind of like passive aggressive. Like, didn't we talk about like changing these strings? And Ellie, of course, like is just like she doesn't want anything to do with that conversation. She also doesn't want to
Yeah.
admit defeat. So her reaction's like, well, I didn't really know I needed to. And I think Joel can kind of like sense that like, okay, this is just gonna turn into a fight. I might as well just concede now. And he gives her the we'll go get you some, instead of saying like, I've told you this a million times, right? Which is what that could easily turn into, is well, I've told you this before. Joel just wisely, right? This is a man that's been around the block before, but wisely says to Ellie, we'll just go find you some, right? He knows that Ellie's not going to concede here, right? It's like a tug of war. She's annoyed with him. He's kind of annoyed with the way she's acting with him, but he's also wise enough and old enough to not give in and get into a verbal sparring match with her.
That doesn't smell too bad.
Yep. And it took me a couple times through this game too, also to realize that this is where Joel, Tommy, and Abby come through at the beginning, in the present. All right, Tommy, hold it down, buddy. But yeah, this is a 6 spot.
Okay, let's go.
All right. On me, kiddo.
So, you and Tommy cross anything when you was out?
Just the few we saw from the ridge. You?
Found 2 runners in a house. Jesse tells me you're handling your own quite well on the group patrol. He's even recommending you for paired patrol. Well, I think you're still a bit young for it.
I'm a better shot than almost all of them. And I have more experience than most of the new recruits
Look,
who've...
you think you're ready. I trust you.
Joel's like, look, I'm not saying that I disagree. I'm trying to tell you that you're good.
Shorter routes for now. See how you handle that.
Ellie just wants to fight.
All right.
Which anyone who's been 16 or 17 before can relate.
Savage Starlight, comic books that you're into.
Yeah?
Again, look how Joel can just put it behind him
You're moving through.
and just try to find something to talk about.
Did you like them?
Oh, it's not really my cup of tea, but Dr. Daniela Starr, she's pretty.
She's a savage.
Well, what she does to Captain Ryan in that death match. Whew.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely deserved it, but...
That was a nice twist how they escaped.
You're funny.
There you go. Look at Joel. Joel's playing chess. Right? And it's not even like it is a chess match. Excuse me. He when it comes down to it, is just trying to make amends with Ellie. That's, and it's not that they have had this humongous fight yet, but you can tell there's a little bit of a void there. And I would sense that it hasn't really been a fight between them. Again, we're not like privy to what happened between the day 1 flashback and the day 2 flashback. But we can just surmise that, again, I don't think there's been a blowout, like we'll see going forward. But I think it's probably more so been Ellie tormented by the thoughts of like, is he telling me the truth? Did he tell me the truth? And that causing her to like avoid Joel. I think it's been more of like an avoidance thing. I think she's just tried to like avoid him, not talk to him, not engage with him. He's asking her questions. She's being really short with him. Probably not making herself available to him. Like, hey, you want to hang out? You want to play guitar? You want to watch a movie? And she's just shutting him off. I would assume it's been more of that since the day 1 flashback, as opposed to, again, like an actual fight.
They're into trouble.
Because look at him now, right? It's.
Music store.
I don't think there's been a fight, right? Look at them. They're doing great right now. Again, it's like nothing's happened at this point. And again, Joel very wisely, I'm not going to sit here and be pissed about it or start a fight over it. I'm just literally trying to just make things right here. I'm just trying to pull you in and be a friend, be a father, etc., etc.
You need a boost?
I got it. I don't think we can go this way.
Damn. Used to be able to swim across this.
Okay, so now what?
Well, if you're up for it, we can try cutting through that hotel.
I'm up for it.
Ellie's tattoo looks like absolute trash, if I'm being completely honest with you right now. I don't even know. What is that right now? A rough outline, I'm sure. And again, not to be harsh, but holy shit, that looks horrible. It looks like someone was drunk and scribbled on her arm. All right, there's the music center. And we're going to go through the hotel. What could go wrong?
Damn it.
Oh, that might be something.
What you got there, Tex?
Think you can fit in there?
Well, it's worth a shot.
Careful now.
Yep. I'm through. Hold on.
All right.
And Naughty Dog doing a really good job in this second flashback here to give us some Ellie and Joel like actually going into
See anything?
a building together. I know the last one, obviously, they went to a structure together and they had this whole big scenario, this whole big sequence, but it was for her birthday. This right here, we got like a goal in mind, kind of like an objective. We know what it is. We got to get to the music store.
Well, hello.
Howdy.
You impressed?
Nope. You're just too skinny. You need to eat more.
You're welcome. This place is giving me the creeps.
Yeah, I don't love this.
We got spores.
We went... Oh, that's where I came through. My
I
bad.
have to. It's just us.
What if we run into someone?
Okay, fine.
Hey, you're so quiet, Joel.
You gotta be smart at this. You stop wearing that mask, kiddo, and eventually you're gonna slip up in front of someone you shouldn't.
I've never slipped.
You ain't told nobody, new, have you? Not Jesse, Dina.
Of course not.
Okay, good.
You ever been in here before?
You just patrol the streets. Feeling like a bit of an oversight now.
Maybe.
Yeah, how do you decide... If you're like the Jackson crew, how do you decide if you're going to come into like a dwelling like this, where they have this big radius that they patrol, and obviously this building falls within that radius, but if everything's contained and inside this building, and you don't need this building, now granted, you never know if you might need it, but you don't currently need it, why go in there? It's kind of like what I said back in Hillcrest when I jumped down inside where the Shamblers were, like... It's almost like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like, am I going to jump down here and try to get this ammunition? But how much ammunition am I going to use in the process? Right? You want to make sure this building's safe. Now, you want to go in there and patrol it, but how much ammunition, resources, and potential human life are you going to risk in the process? And if you do that, what's it getting you, right? Some old, decrepit, rundown building that you're probably never going to use. I don't know. Tough call. These letters that you find throughout this part are pretty decent. Tells a pretty good little story. Ruby, I'm sorry if our patrol overwhelmed you yesterday. We don't run into new people too often. I understand why you might have been nervous to follow us to Jackson, but it really is a nice place. We've got electricity, good crops, could be something special for you and your family. My boys are different people here. Before Jackson, we were so focused on just staying alive. I don't like who they were becoming. They started acting like the people we were running away from. These days, they're on roofs, fixing holes, digging trenches. Hard work, but they come home every night excited about building up this place. They've got community, a reason to be accountable. You used to be a teacher. You could have a classroom of kids hungry for knowledge. This isn't a fantasy. Please consider just stopping by. Let me show you around, Tara. Yeah, it's a good spot out there. And they do a good job on a TV show, too, making it feel like that community, right? And you see it here in the game. It really is just like this humongous, big, welcome community, which is pretty cool in a world like this where you don't really get that. It's either like a QZ that's run by a bunch of tyrants or, a group of hunters that also are run by a tyrant. To have a place like Jackson where, again, you're treated like an equal and you can at least feel as safe as you can in a world like this. It's pretty special. But you can also understand if you're an outsider where that might seem like it's too good to be true.
Looks like it was shot a while back.
When did the last patrol go through here?
Not sure.
Is it one of us?
Only people went missing from Jackson, them teenagers from last year. This was too old. I just roamed in.
Yeah, it's a clicker.
This way.
Definitely too old.
Come here.
They are on patrol, right?
Okay. Let's take him out.
Good tax getting up there. All right, so here's the deal with this part. You stealth kill all the infected in here and you don't have to deal with any more. If you screw up and they catch you, or if you go in guns blazing, then you're going to have more come through. But if you just stealth them, this is all you got to deal with. All right, let's just watch their pattern for a second, because that one back there is a runner too. And I'm not worried about the clicker. Obviously, they can't see us, but that runner in the back corner, I don't need that messing our day up. It's real far back there. Let's go down there and take care of that solo one in the back. Might make the most sense. Ooh, do we grab the clicker though? Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Shit. That's not good. Fuck. Alright, well, we're fighting. Get ready. Stick with Joel.
More infected coming from the balcony. Get ready.
Get ready.
Straight ahead.
Good night. Oh shit. Come on, Joel. What are you doing? Help me out here. Help a girl out. Oh shit. Okay. I think there's more coming, no?
Over here.
That's it? Oh. I don't know why I remembered more coming than that. There was like 2 or 3. Okay. Well. Ah, shit. Nope, never mind. I guess they are coming. Run, Ellie! Oh, fuck! Nope. Yeah, that's my bad. I got a little lazy there. Let's try that again. Shit. Yo, Joe, yo, Joe, yo, Joe, yo, Joe, yo, Joe! Getting whooped on here.
Here comes some more.
Seriously?
Runner, dead ahead.
Damn.
Joel, I think we did it.
I think so.
Alright, so that's pretty detrimental if you don't stealth all of them, though we did just recoup a lot of ammunition here.
On those strings for
Like, there's a
Could have said it better myself.
ton of ammunition on the ground, but
The only way out is forward now.
yeah, still, though. Used a lot of ammo. Well, my voice cracked there. Used a lot of ammo and a health pack, and we suffered a second death of the game. But, like I said, once you die the first time, who really gives a shit, you know? I never perfected a Last of Us playthrough in any Last of Us. The closest I've ever made it, for anyone who gives a shit, is playing The Last of Us 1. The furthest I've made it was all the way to the winter chapter, and I choked on the David part, sadly. Made it all the way to the fight with David, and couldn't finish him off. He's a motherfucker. I've done it many times. I've made it to that far into the game, and David's the one that gives me my first death, unfortunately. So, Last of Us Part 2 is no different. Furthest I ever made it in The Last of Us Part 2 without dying was close to the end of Abby's day 1. And it was really embarrassing. Whenever we get to Abby's part, we'll talk about it. So, all right, 14 rounds, 3 rounds. Health is pretty much full. Let's go. But yeah, I knew grabbing that clicker there was a little bit risky. Couldn't quite get out of the way before that runner rounded the corner, and that was it. That's all it took. hear something bubbly on the other side of that wall. Oh no, rookie move, Ellie! Shit! Bloater! Oh, choke slam! God damn it! It's Kane! Oh no, there he is again! Run! Oh fuck! Ah, shit, infected! Oh no, I missed the wall! God damn it! Grab the health. Where's he at, Tex? Oh shit, he's right there! Oh my god! Where the fuck did he go? Oh god damn it! Here comes the Kool-Aid man! Andale, mama, eat! Ah! Whoa! Wow.
It was too close.
How could you be mad at that dude?
We fucking did hit.
We sure did.
Yeah, I don't know how you can be mad at that guy.
Good?
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like
Ain't nothing. A solid night of sleep won't shake off.
anything that guy did, it was because he was looking out for your own health. Yeah. And I know she can't accept that. I get that. She can't accept it right now, at least. I get that. But, yeah.
What if there's like 2 bloaters back there?
Again, how could you stay mad at that man? that guy just went toe to toe, full blown like sword fight with the bloater, and just absolutely just cut him limb from limb, as it was about to like rip your jaw off of your face.
Quite the fight back there, huh? Yeah.
I wonder when the last bloater was in Jackson. That's the great part about it being out in the mountains like that. You get like a bloater that's like 300 yards away out in the field. You just pick away at it forever.
Jesse and Dina are gonna lose their shit when they hear about this.
Let's deal with them two anyway. They're dating, right?
On and off. Why?
I hear the way Jesse talks about you.
No, Jesse and I are just friends.
Well, now, I've got a pretty keen eye for these sort of things.
Not so keen with this one.
Let's see.
I tell you what, I'm really impressed by the way Ellie runs her routes. I tell you, I love the way she logs her logbook. Joel's just like, oh man, he's got something for Ellie. Just talks so highly about the way Ellie logs her logbook. She always returns her hunting rifle back to the barracks after a patrol. It's always clean. Nah, Jesse's is an upstanding individual. I think any parent would be happy to see Jesse if that was the person that was dating their daughter. Very much the gentleman.
You think you can squeeze through there? See what it is?
Yeah. Okay.
Ellie!
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, Joel. I think it's them. The couple that ran away last year.
I think you're right.
Jackson is a wonderful place, but we got tired of hearing the stories of people suffering everywhere else. We wanted to save lives. We had good intentions. We didn't make an
Can't you
analysis
save
of
lives at Jackson though? Like, don't they still need people?
We've decided we're gonna end our lives instead of turning. We still our family and friends that were.
It's like we got tired of hearing like all the people out there that were suffering. Like, isn't people suffering like all over the place for like 25 years?
I shot her. I can't take my own life. I'm a fucking coward. Adam.
Well, Adam, now you're at peace, my friend.
Only they were immune, right?
Well, let's go get Tommy and we can get these bodies back to Jackson.
After you took me out of the
Bringing him
Firefly
back as a
Hospital,
clicker.
you said there were dozens of people like me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they told me.
I've never met another immune person before. Have you?
I could be hiding it.
Don't really go around announcing that kind of thing.
Do you believe that?
Is now really the time for this?
We traveled across the entire country to bring me to the Fireflies. I had so many questions for them. Why did you pull me out of there while I
Yeah,
was still
well,
unconscious?
and they didn't want to hear your questions. All they wanted to do was put you under and
Because I let them run
extract the
tests.
vaccine.
And when I saw that they were useless, I got us out of there.
How do you know they were useless? Maybe if you just would have given them more time, they could have figured something out.
There was no cure. There's nothing that could help these people or anybody else. I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. But they ain't. And we need to get these kids back to their families. Is there something else you'd like to rehash?
No.
Good. Come on.
Jesse's passed out. Hey, let me do that.
He's a good guy. Why didn't you tell him?
It wasn't the right time. There you go.
What about this? Anything worthwhile?
Actually, yeah.
Abby?
No. This girl, Nora, her unit was assigned to this hospital. They were collecting supplies or something.
This hospital?
Yeah. Wait, you're gonna go now?
Yeah, we have a lead.
Like, at least just wait for Jessie to rest up.
She could be gone by then.
Ellie.
We know her location. Maybe Tommy does too. What?
Nothing.
Good. Can you come help me with the door, please?
Yeah.
Right. If I follow Route 5, that should take me to the hospital. Follow Route 5. Track down Nora. Get her to tell me where Abby is. Easy.
All right, well, that's where we're going to end it. Real quick, though, on Abby, or I'm sorry, Abby, Jesus. On Ellie at the end of the flashback there about how I had so many questions for the Fireflies. I don't doubt that she did. And I don't blame her, right? If you're 14 years old and you have this ability and this immunity, naturally you're going to have questions for the person that's like the doctor or someone that might be able to give you more answers. But the thing that sucks and the thing that Ellie doesn't want to hear and the thing that she definitely wouldn't have been able to understand back then and still probably isn't able to understand in the flashback is that they're not interested in your questions. They weren't, right? They kept you under.
That away.
They didn't care about that. They didn't care about your consent to give your life for this vaccine. They were just going to take it from you without asking, because there's no way that Ellie knew that extracting this potential cure was going to kill her. She didn't know that. Joel didn't know that, right? They didn't talk about that on the way over to Salt Lake City. And they weren't going to ask Ellie for her consent. They were just going to take it from her. So that's what's kind of annoying, and I'm sure it's annoying from like Joel's perspective, is that like, look, you had all these questions. I know that. These people didn't give a shit about your questions. They didn't care about your consent to give your life, to sacrifice your life for this cure. They were just going to take it from you. Just like that. And Marlene can leave as many sad recorders behind talking about how you were like a daughter to her and blah, blah, blah with Anna. And that was like a sister to her, or she made a promise to her, etc., etc. But when it comes down to it, she wasn't even going to say goodbye to you. She wasn't going to tell you. They were just going to kill you, and they were just going to extract a cure, which we don't even know if it would have worked. We don't. We have no idea if that would have worked. Maybe it would have, maybe it wouldn't have. And we don't know the impact it would have had even if it did, you know. So, I don't know. Again, I get Joel's frustration with it. Again, I get Ellie's too. I get it. It sucks for Ellie because it's like she does have all these questions and they didn't give a shit. They didn't care about her questions and they did not care about her consent for her to sacrifice her own life to extract the cure. So that's my 2 cents on it. We're going to end this video here. And again, that flashback's really cool because you get to go back and you get to fight alongside Joel, right? The first one, you're not fighting alongside Joel. It's just, you know, dialogue and, you know, all the warm and fuzzies. This one here, we got to fight side by side alongside Tex Miller once more. We suffered our second death of the game, of the playthrough, and the second death was just as pathetic as my first death. It wasn't even good. It was just so pathetic. But yeah. Hey, drop a like, drop me a comment, let me know what you guys think. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Again, we're making our way through the whole playthrough here of The Last of Us. We have No Return and The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered coming out in just about a month. On January 19th, we'll be doing a lot of stuff with No Return whenever that comes out. Again, drop a comment, let me know what you guys think. And we will see you for the second part of Ellie's Day 2 as we make our way to Nora in the hospital. And oh boy, it is a journey. All right, thanks guys. See ya.